Well, we've passed through the storm. We had our generator running for a couple days, got our power back, and so now it's kind of cleanup time. The aftermath of some of these summer storms here, especially living up on the hill, can be quite a challenge. So let me show you what our driveway generally looks like after a storm here, and how we'll get this thing fixed up. So we have, you can see just all the debris all over the driveway. I mean, this is pretty much how it looks everywhere. Sticks and leaves and branches and stuff. I already cleaned up most of the big stuff, but we have this real large roof section here, and it all drains to this gutter on this side, comes down the driveway here, and then kind of culminates right in this little spot, and it always washes this away. Every time we get a real big rainstorm, if it's a gentle rain, a long day rain or whatever, it doesn't really wash it away too much. It kind of spreads out and just kind of makes its way down the driveway. But when it's real heavy storms, it always digs this trench. And I think my solution for this is going to be, I'm going to have to put some kind of a grate right here at the edge of this blacktop, and then get some kind of a drain pipe that runs down. Off to the north side of the house here, we have this huge soybean field that looks like it needs some weeding. This huge hill, all this water from this field runs right down to our property line, and depending on how he plows this field, the water either comes through this area right here and then washes down, and then a lot of it will come down over there. And so I'll show you where that field makes its way down. There's a ditch over here. Last year when I had a wood boiler put in, we set a little pad for that wood boiler to set on. We had some extra cement, and I asked the guy to just put it down the edge of the driveway here. And so a lot of the water from the driveway here will collect in this little cement area, and it runs down here fairly well. Most of it makes its way down into our little drainage ditch. All that soybean field ends up coming down here and hits right at the edge of this driveway. It looks like they had put an asphalt bank in here at one point, which has worked really well. And the water comes rushing down here and then makes its way down the edge of the driveway. And there are some holes that have formed, and they started off small and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. And I fill these things with rocks every time I clean this up, and you can see it lifts these pieces of rock and asphalt. I mean, this is a heavy piece of rock here, of asphalt, and all these rocks, and this was all in there, and it lifts this stuff right out of here. It'll wash down boulders this big and bigger, and it washes it all down here. And then what happens is it ends up getting clogged up in this next hole, in these spots, and then it jumps out and starts washing out the edge of the driveway. I mean, you can see this has been patched up many times. I've thrown bricks in here. The previous owners have put bricks and debris and rocks and stuff down here. This used to be all asphalt. I really need to fix this and probably cement this all the way down. There's no ditches here. There's no culvert under this driveway, at least if there used to be. There isn't anymore. And you can see all the stuff that has washed out. And this is all from the upper part of the driveway. It washes out into the road. Even you can see here's bricks and stones. This is in the middle of the road from our driveway. Take that back. And all these rocks and pieces. This is a piece of our driveway in the road here. Rocks. And there's no ditches on the road here, so this whole hill gets washed away too. Usually after a couple times a year we get a storm this big. I just fill the holes back in, and then they fix the rest. So I'll collect up all the big rocks and pieces of brick, and I'll fill them back in those holes. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna make a curb along here. I don't know if I'll get to it this summer or next summer, but I need to make a curb that runs all the way along this ditch and rises up a couple inches, and then cement, make like a square little drainage ditch. Well, this tool here coupled with the Kubota, obviously, the tractor, has made all the difference. One of the reasons we got the tractor right away when we moved in here was this back blade and being able to fix this driveway. So this only happens a couple times a year where we need to fix it like this. And without this, I wouldn't be able to do it. There has been a little issue here. I've had, these keep coming loose and I haven't noticed it. And then, so it wrecks all the threads on the underneath here. I don't know if you can see that. So I went to the store and grabbed a couple new ones. So we're gonna put these on today. We'll add a little thread locker. I don't think that, these may have not been tightened on there properly from the dealer. Because I can't imagine if these were tightened on here correctly with the lock washer and some thread locker, that they would come loose like this. So we're gonna get two new ones put on there. The threads are a little shorter. This is the one that was on there. This is the new one. The threads are a little shorter, but I don't think it's needed. So I think they should fit on there just fine. I had to actually get a new socket, 1.25 inches. I don't have any this big, so that should work just fine. One of the handiest things I've ever bought was this giant adjustable wrench. The nut is worn because I think I probably put it on there with a pipe wrench or something, and or maybe just got beat around in there, but it's all mashed up so I can't get the socket on it. So we'll go back to the good old pipe wrench. All right, mission accomplished. Top of the drive looks quite a bit better. After we drive over this a few times, it'll kind of smooth out. Sometimes we'll even come back with a rake and make it look real nice, but good enough. And it'll stay like this for a long time until we get some huge storm, and that's really when things go bad. The cream of the crop when it was built. This was a real nice house. This was a heated driveway. This was all cement. They had a cement drive all the way up, turn around at the top. Some rich person's vacation home or something probably. Now it's a a poor person's fixer-upper. The one thing that I do quite often is I use the blade backwards. I don't spin it all the way around, but I use the rounded edge. Pull dirt up the hill with the blade, you know, the curved side, I'll pull it this way. And then I'll run backwards down the hill with the blade, and it just kind of bounces along the ground and it just smooths everything out real nice. I have hit some rocks and stumps and other things going backwards and forwards, and that has caused this to bend. And so this is pretty useless now. I can tighten it up, but the nut is actually stuck down there. And because this is all bent right here, I can't get the nut back up the threads. I will say it is a pretty flimsy little top link for you know, for this kind of an implement, but I guess I would rather have this bend or break than have it break the mount or break, you know, something else. So I will get that replaced, and maybe I'll get a little bit of a stronger one. All right, we've got one last thing to do to get our driveway back in operating condition here and safe. We have a tree that was hit by lightning that is by the driveway. It's kind of unsafe. Let's get that cut down and chopped up a little bit right in there. You see the splinters all on the ground. The lightning, we heard it and saw it at the same exact time. It was super loud. And then I came out the next day and I found, you know, those splinters of wood scattered up. I mean, you can still see some of the pieces around here, but it was even, look at that. Look how far that is away. I mean, that's 30 feet away. And it's just kind of leaning over the driveway here. These kinds of trees are fairly unsafe to cut down because you can't really get a good hinge on or anything. So I'll just try to cut it from the back, and hopefully it's leaning enough where it'll just pull away, and I'll just get the heck out of the way from it. I almost bent the bar on my saw because it got stuck in there and I ran away. It's also a problem when you get to the bottom of the driveway. These tree branches block the view, so you can't see people coming over the hill. That's one for the books. That's a fail. Hey. It got a little dark the other night getting the cement in there, so let's go see how it turned out. I literally couldn't see anything by the time I was done. All right, the first hole is all filled in. Of course, my dog had to walk right in it. The biggest thing was to get up along the driveway edge here, so hopefully as the water rushes down here, it will not erode underneath the driveway anymore. These were some holes I didn't plan on plugging up, but got all those. And then this one, it was pitch dark when I got to this. So this didn't turn out that great. I definitely at least got the hole filled in. I need to get more of a curb on this side. I have a feeling as this rushes down here, it's gonna, hop over and end up getting up in here. But future improvements. Looks like we still have some more. Probably could have got 20 bags of cement, and we got to get all this down here. But we have a nice, smooth, freshly graded driveway. This should at least help the major problems, patch the major issues that we're developing on the ditch here. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along for driveway repairs. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. I definitely think there's some things to be said about maybe some of you who've dealt with issues like this before or driveway similar. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.